And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't they're thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And as you can see, we've already started here. And he's cut it out, looking for the run. Now it's Baron. Now it's Roberto Carlos. It's a mighty effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Played out to the right. Messi. That's tidy. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cafu receives it in a wide position. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Could move up a gear here. Pele running with the ball. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Adriano chasing after it.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Pass somewhat off target.
Well, there's no doubt, Peter, that Alessandro Del Piero will be key here. But I'm curious as to what role he's exactly been given.
Well, what would you do, Jim, if you were the manager?
I'd give him a free role behind the attack. His flair, his technique make him the perfect player for that position. And he always seems to benefit from playing off that central striker.
Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. Roberto Carlos. Lahm does well to get it back. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Played out wide. And it's Pirlo. He's looking wide. Flashes it across. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Adriano showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Cafu. Now that looks a decent ball. Thailand are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Baron conjures time and space where few can. Marquez. Cafu. For Baron. Oh, that was vital. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Pirlo did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Cafu is always looking to play quality balls. Baron couldn't squeeze it through. He shifted it to the flank. He's a sharp little ball here. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Cruyff. That's a good run down the left. Cruyff. Can he get on the end of this? Passes short and sharp. Caught offside that time. Now, can they get him away? It's a pretty loose pass. That's been cut out, well played. Pirlo is always looking to break lines. Adriano, spread it left. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Pirlo.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Del Piero. Stood up well to him there. And it's Messi. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. That gets things going for the second half.
Thailand really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Baron. Pirlo. Turns back here, probably the best option. Pirlo. Driving on and... Cruyff!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence. Paris Saint-Germain have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He's being urged to shoot. Oh, easy pickings there. Cross goes in there. Schmeichel claims it. Safe hands.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Driving forward. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And it's Del Piero. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And he was quick to react. Great vision. And this is Adriano. Adriano was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Pirlo. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Varane defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Threads one in. Messi. Pele charging forward, the ball at his feet. Adriano can be a real threat inside the box. He carries far too far and out of play. Rummenigge, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Adriano. Cafu. And he was alert to it. Corner. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short, and he's had it nicked away. Corner number 2 then.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 7, le numéro 19, Messi, le numéro 13, Varane, le numéro 8, Pirlo.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Vieira, le numéro 10, O'Shea, changement en cours.
Paris Saint-Germain really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Paris Saint-Germain have it back and can go again. Now it's Luis Suarez. And it's Lahm. That is good alertness.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
And that's a throw-in. Well read, nice interception. Played in deep. That has been knocked clear.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Not the most accurate pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Marquez.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
But that has not gone well. And here's Mbappe, and here's Baggio, played out towards the right wing. Lahm, Pirlo. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Tries to pass it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
And he's taking no chances there. And that is as far as it goes. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. So what do you take away from it all, Jim? And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. Ibrahimovic, shot, surely! He's scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Japan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance. Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort... There's the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And the counter is on. Driving forward. Looking to play him in. Ah, that's a fine interception.
Berbatov really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have...
It's roll! So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Makaleli. And this is Ibrahimovic. That's a good ball out wide. Passing nice and neat. Engages and forces him off the ball. Pele. And it's Beckham. Makaleli. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Nicely spread. Looking tidy in possession here. Pele. Pele! Real chance! It's a goal! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter. He'll take that, perhaps not. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Hello everybody, and this is a quick reminder to let you know that you'll be able to catch today's match broadcast live on our club's FM station.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
United against Japan.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Well, Massimo Ambrosini is certainly someone with a very, very impressive track record.
Yeah, both as a winner and leader, multiple European and league titles.
And he seems to do it all without any fuss at all.
Yeah, and you've got to remember, he was a bit of a late bloomer. He was probably affected by his injury issues in his youth. But his achievements alone after that, Peter, are pretty legendary.
And here's Cruyff. Cruyff! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Cruyff really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Point-blank header! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? No, he didn't quite meet it right. It's their second corner of the game. Japan have the chance to go the other way. Rummenigge. Oh, nice touch. That is great defending, so alert. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Knocks it into space. Spread neatly. Thuram makes the interception. Rummenigge is firing after that one. And it's Beckham. Threads one in. Cruyff. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Stood up well to him there. He's found a way through. Rummenigge. There's the shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Rummenigge certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Beckham is looking to influence the game from out wide. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. And here's Cruyff. Best. He's in a great position here. Ibrahimovic.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Cruyff. Cruyff going full tilt down the left. Rummenigge shoots! Goal! Manchester United! There is the breakthrough!
Batistuta really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Manchester United have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And that has sent him sprawling. That is a brilliant interception. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. 15 minutes till half-time. Robson. And it's Batistuta. Best pinches it off him.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Pirlo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That's a good ball. Cruyff was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Played through into space. Batistuta. And Batistuta! Oh, that was no routine save.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 3 coming up. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. So their 4th corner of the game. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Japan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Long ball by the goalkeeper. And he's been shifted off it. Moved on forwards. Best. Robson. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, that big chance! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Japan will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remain calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Tries to play it through. Batistuta going about things with real menace. Oh, played right into his path. Thuram wins the duel this time. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. They're up to 5 corners now. Keeper has taken decisive action. And now they can spring out of defence. Cruyff out to the right. And this is Beckham. A header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
There will be a throw-in. Great vision.
Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed.
Pirlo. Rummenigge is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Robson. Rummenigge is onto it in a flash. Robson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. At best, neither of these two want to come off second best. Real chance! Goal! Manchester United! And they've got their lead back. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Manchester United get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And he shoots! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
And it's Batistuta. That's an imaginative pass. Pass is just off target. And that's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Neymar. And he's picked it up out wide. Neymar has it out wide and in space. Chiellini gets it away. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product.
And takes a shot! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Rummenigge. Out to the left it goes. And he's picked out the run. Rummenigge unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Ambrosini. Oh, that's fabulous. Rummenigge purring through the gears.
Japan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Substitution for Manchester United.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 4, Batistuta. Number 10, Johan Cruyff.
Neymar.
Number 17,
And it's Cruyff.
Brian Robson. Coming on the field,
Aimed beyond the defence.
18, Owen.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Substitution.
Varane. Ambrosini, a picture of focus and alertness. Now it's Berbatov, and he's surging through. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Beckham receives it in a wide position. Varane attempts a clearance. This looks promising. And this is Beckham. Big header! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Rummenigge actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Irwin plays the return pass. And he's intervened well there.
There will be 3 minutes.
And it's
out of
Cruyff.
time.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Neymar providing an outlet on that flank. And this is Cruyff. Oh, he's been... Can he finish? Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And that was nowhere near his best. And we're done. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Can he get onto this? Howson is there, and he can get that clear. Crossed in once more. Marquinhos attempts a clearance. Oh, it's Van Basten. Serginho. Now it's Puskás. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. DiMarco.
Oh, great feat, that.
Oh, not quite. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That's a good ball. Van Basten showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Pelé. Pelé, he's in a good position here. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's Park Ji-sung. And this is Van Basten.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
It's Ibrahimovic! It's bounced back off the post. An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And this is Park Ji-sung. Alexander-Arnold. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That ball looks a good one. DiMarco. Beckenbauer is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He won't be happy with that one. That is lovely. Now the delivery. No, that's not going to find its target. That'll be a throw. Roberto Carlos stood his ground strongly. Puskás. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Van Basten had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Now it's Van Basten. Great vision. Serginho. Serginho was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It's a throw-in. Marquinhos. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get on the end of this? And he's managed to get free. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. He's had it taken off him. Threads one in, and he cuts out the supply. Rijkaard. And it's Kubo. Played back into the centre. And Khan. Kubo. Half-time getting close now. Oh, it's Van Basten. And he's away. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And he welcomes it in. Oh, good take in a good area. Pele! And sent off! It's a loose ball.
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So there was the first half.
Japan really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Those of you making their way home on public transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations.
So off we go once more.
Japan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Kubo.
Japan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And that has been clubbed away. And this is Puskás. Nicely weighted ball. And no, that was never going to make it. Beckenbauer. That'll be a throw-in. Beckham. Makaleli. He's a sharp little ball here. Shifted upfield. And he stands tall, impenetrable. And this is Van Basten. Serginho. Chance for a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Can he finish? He's gone for goal! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Beckenbauer can so cleverly bypass the press. He's beaten the decent chance! Sticks it away! The breakthrough arrives at last! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Japan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Defending of the desperate variety. Ball's gone out of play. Serginho. The ball's gone astray. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Puskas. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Makalele wins the duel this time. Howson kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Kubo. And they can counter here. Tries to play it through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And it's hit the woodwork and out. Played in deep. Played out wide. Played back in. An instinctive delivery. That's a throw. Pele. Seedorf.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That is ended up in no man's land. Kubo. BG Pathum United have it back and can go again. And it's Beckham. Now he's got space here. Oh, that's a fine interception. Khan gets good distance on it.
Substitution for Japan, number 3, Roberto Carlos.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Beckham.
Number 20, Pele.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Number 2, Varane.
Takes a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Pass somewhat off target. A probing pass. Chooses to go back. Thuram did well to stay calm there.
Still alert as ever. That's so well played.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. He's picked his way through. Neymar plays it in. And he's gone backward here. He's gone for goal!
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Seedorf clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Japan have their second corner now. And this is Ibrahimovic. And that has been knocked clear. Kamavinga. Deep into stoppage time. That's Rijkaard. That's a sharp pass. And the pass is intercepted. And time is up. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running.
Well, there's no doubt, Peter, that Alessandro Del Piero will be key here. But I'm curious as to what role he's exactly been given.
Well, what would you do, Jim, if you were the manager?
I'd give him a free role behind the attack. His flair, his technique make him the perfect player for that position. And he always seems to benefit from playing off that central striker.
Sola. And he's gone. And Sola! Cafu getting this one clear. Adams. Ruben Dias. Gerrard. Now Costa Curta. Gerrard. And it's Kaka. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And this is Bale. That's really well manoeuvred. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Ruben Dias concedes a free kick for that. Ruben Dias has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And he was alert to it. Pirlo. Zola. Thailand looking to pass their way through. That's good vision. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Cafu. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. In with the challenge. Oh, easy pickings there. Park Ji-sung is looking to influence the game from out wide. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Park Ji-sung closing in on goal. Tries a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Very nicely done. Lofted upfield. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Threads one in. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's an excellent interception. Big chance! He's delivered all right! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
After 28 minutes is number 7.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let...
He's having a shot! He has done it! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, he's playing innocent, he has every reason to. No hesitation, he's straight into his pocket. It's a second yellow card, and he walks. Well, looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Terrific header! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Neymar. And it's Kaka. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Looking for the run. Rummenigge has it in a wide position. He slings, gets his head on it! Same again, same outcome.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Luis Suarez! It's in! And the comeback is complete! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And now the breakaway. Nicely worked. That's the keeper's ball. And they can counter here. Pirlo. Now he's got space here. And the ball is out of play. Solar. And this is Luis Suarez. Shoots! Goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a...
And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Please turn your attention to the screen for information provided by the local police.